there, I'm Amy Connell. Welcome to the Graced Health Podcast. I'm a certified personal trainer who wants you to know your eating, movement, and body don't have to be perfect. You just need to be able to do what you are called to do. This podcast is for women who want simple and grace-filled ways to take care of themselves and enjoy a little chocolate in the process. Welcome to another episode of Ask the Trainer, where I answer questions you may have about either your movement or your eating or how they work together in 5 minutes or less. Today's question is, how often should I work out? What I'm going to do is tell you the guidelines from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and then I'm going to give you the Amy Connell grace-filled version. So the U.S., what do we call it? I don't know. The Health and Human Services, they recommend getting at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity or 75 minutes of vigorous aerobic activity a week, or a combination between the moderate and the vigorous. So the guidelines also suggest that you spread this out over the course of the week. Don't cram it all in 150 minutes on a weekend if you're not used to moving your body that much. Obviously, we can all do math, but just to be clear, 150 minutes is 30 minutes 5 times a week of moderate. So that's like if you're going to go out and go for a walk, that's your somewhat breathless. You don't want to just be for purposes of this. We're talking about being somewhat breathless. We're talking about kind of moving it a little bit, not lollygagging around. There's a time and a place for that, but not necessarily for trying to get our exercise in. And then the vigorous, the 75 minutes of that's your running, that's your HIIT, HIIT, high intensity interval training, which I did episode in season 1 on. That's when you're, breathing really hard, working really hard. You know what vigorous is. So those are the guidelines. Do I support those guidelines? Absolutely. I think those are fantastic. Are they right for everyone? I don't think they are if you are not accustomed to moving that much. I would rather you start with 30 minutes once a week if that's all you're doing. Get your body used to doing that. And you know what? Maybe even 30 minutes isn't the right thing. Maybe it's 10 minutes of just going out there and picking up that clip a little bit. And then it's adding another 5 minutes onto that, or another day onto that, or something like that. Sometimes we hear these quote unquote rules, and we feel like if we are not fully, again, quoting, obeying them, then we are failing. That is not how I believe. I believe if you are moving your body, then you are making progress. So if you are not consistently getting 150 minutes because your body is not used to that, that's okay. You will get there. Just keep moving. Just keep doing something that you love to do. Now, yes, I would love for you to get to that point if you're not there, but it's all a process. And so allow your body to kind of communicate with you and tell you what is best for it. Some weeks may be better to take it down a notch for that moderate intensity. Some weeks might be better to take it up a notch for that vigorous intensity. I like to do a combination of both, including the lollygagging around, which again, I'll talk about some other time. So how often should you work out? About 2.5 hours of moderate intensity exercise a week. That's that 150 minutes, 75 minutes. That's a little over an hour if you're going to be working a little harder. But again, listen to your body, respect the season you're in, and do what's right for you right now. It can always change. If you have a question you'd like for me to answer on this Ask the Trainer series, email it to me at amy.connell@gracedhealth.com, or go over to the Graced Health Podcast Facebook group and ask it over there. If you are 40 and feel like you are just kind of needing to move your body a little different because it needs different things in the season that you're in, go over to gracedhealth.com/fitness-over-40 and sign up to be notified when my ideal week of Fitness Over 40 is released this fall. Okay, that is all for today. Go out there and have a great day.